Timberwolves. Beautiful Timberwolves. Hello, Fredlings. This is Claude from Chicago, and we're back with another time-lapse video here in fredtopiazoo on Planet Zoo. And today we are building the Timberwolf exhibit in the snow area or the snow biome. Remember, hitting that like button and hitting that subscribe button helps out the channel so much more than you know. And it's free to do so, of course. Liking. You don't even have to be subscribed for it. Just hit it, please. But we are talking about how the Timberwolf exhibit is going to be a new cool addition to our snow area. The Timberwolf was recorded and streamed on Twitch, which is my new Twitch is at Claude from Chicago. We're doing all future streams on that platform. And if you want to see these live, you can watch us over there. And the link's in the description. So on that stream, the viewers said, hey, Claude, build a Timberwolf exhibit and have it like this, and gave us some input. And I took that input and put it into this build. Because remember, even though this is, what do you say, Claude from Chicago, it's really you're from Chicago, or Fredlings from Chicago, because you guys really, really impact all the builds that I do here in Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster, or anything else like that. So I do greatly appreciate all the feedback, live or post. It always helps out so much. So what I wanted to start off here was to start off with just a box shape. It's technically a rectangle, and do one-way glass and have a room or a backstage area so the Timberwolves can hide away. I do transport the Timberwolves into the exhibit before I put down the coolers, and they get deathly sick, so we do actually have to send in a couple veterinarians to fix that situation. Now, I do want to talk about the animals next time. You can comment down below. You can vote for the lion, the ostrich, or the Indian Rhino for the next exhibit. We'll be doing this Friday on Twitch at Claude from Chicago, and we'll be building that live. So if you want to see the next animal, just comment down below. I think we probably will do the lion, my opinion, because the lion can go back to our African exhibits, so we can retouch on that. Or we can build a brand new exhibit with the Indian Rhino. I think the ostriches would just fit into the African exhibit. So, I mean, 2 African and 1 Indian? I don't know. But regardless, I want to talk about why these are being recorded on Twitch. So we're having some issues with Google, for some people that do not know, and we are just moving the platform and doing streams over there. I actually find it quite friendly, considering there's a lot of new people that have joined my streams when we joined on Twitch, and a lot of YouTube viewers or Fredlings that watch me on YouTube actually went over there. And I do find the Twitch platform a lot easier to stream on, considering that it is just a streaming platform. Everything is super synced up. There's a lot more pop-ins in chat, and eventually one day we'll actually have like little channel points, so if you watch, you actually get rewarded twice, technically, from the Streamlabs bot as well as within the Twitch itself. So there's some cool benefits with being over there. There's also ways to raid and share streams. It's kind of like a television network. I mean, it's got twitch.tv/Claude from Chicago. It is like a television network, and it's like I could just drop we could host somebody random after, or somebody that you guys like, and give them some views too. It's really it really feels like a community effort over on that platform. That's the reason why we're over there, is doing that sort of stuff. Now, I do want to talk about this exhibit in itself. We are going to do some fake bushes here and do the in-house lighting with the trees and stuff like that, so it's actually realistic lighting, and there's actually living trees. But the ones along the glass are always fake in this game. That's just why I say, because there's no way actually the light could get to it, so that's what we're going with. But this exhibit I am dedicating to Zach Daily Games. He is a collaborator on this channel. If you don't know who he is, we haven't collaborated in a while, but the most recent collaboration we did was within Fortnite, and he's been collaborating with me since the beginning, to be quite honest with you. I remember when he hit 100 subscribers before I ever did, and he did City Skylines, I did City Skylines, and then we decided to do Ark Survival together, Minecraft, and it's Fortnite, and a bunch of other games too, that were like spin-offs and stuff like that. I wanted to dedicate this to him, even though I don't think he even knows this exists, but he has another channel called Wolves and Finances, and it's obviously a wolf, and I thought this would be a cool exhibit for him. And it won finally. I actually wanted to do the wolf exhibit first in this park, but thankfully it didn't, because I probably would not look as good as it does now, because these interior exhibits actually really challenge me. The outside ones, it challenged me too, but I do feel like the interior ones are like, you got to think about lighting, you got to think about the lights coming from the roof, you got to think about the plants that you're going to put in there. Are they going to be real plants? Are they going to be fake? Are they going to need cooling and heating systems? How are guests going to see the animals? Are they going to see it from above, below? We haven't done above yet inside. What are the screens? Where are the educational signs? It's really challenging, and you have to build the habitat all over. You got to build a box or a rectangle and then build the whole thing itself. I'm waiting for the future. By the way, before I forget, there is a little cave down here, which actually works quite well. Timberwolves like going in the cave, but I cannot wait to do more like interior only exhibits. By the time we get to our second park in the future, or not park, because this isn't Planet Coaster. We do play Planet Coaster, but by the time we get to our second zoo, it'll be absolutely crazy the amount of detail we're going to be doing, because I do want to get away from the outerior. Maybe like do like something really crazy, like do something in like maybe like Antarctica, and like have just all warm animals inside, like African, and like make a whole exhibit. That would be so cool. I think that would be a challenge. I don't know if anybody else has done that yet, but that would be definitely a challenge. But the style that we are going for here is going to complement the other two snow animals that we have, which is the Siberian tiger as well as the snow leopard. They are on the other side, and it is one building. I want to keep this style of this one building because if this was real life, it would be very costly to keep all the cold inside, and it'd be pretty expensive to keep the AC going, like I said. And if you had something like this, you could probably have air vents going through this one facility that provide the same type of temperature throughout, and the animals will all like it. We're going with an ice wall over here to make it blend in, sort of like if you would paint a wall blue or something like that. I mean, I wanted to go with the ice because I don't want to start doing painting yet. Maybe a little bit later on we'll do that in the zoo. But doing some of these pieces of ice and blending them together just to give a little bit of depth so that the Timberwolves actually feel like they're in the wilderness in some sort of capacity. Now, I did touch upon the fact that this is a one-way glass window, and these Timberwolves won't actually see the guests. None of the guests inside of the snow exhibit, or none of the animals inside of the snow exhibit can see the guests. And I think that really will help with their de-stressing level. There has been some issues in this park with stress, because I did turn that on recently. And I think we're probably going to have to go with more one-way glass throughout this park, because apparently I did not give them enough. I thought I gave all the animals enough places to hide, but apparently I did not. Future expansion of this park. I do want to completely redo the African exhibit. I want to do sort of just a jungle safari sort of open area, knock down the elephant walls, knock down the water buffalo walls, and just sort of make it one exhibit with like zebras, water buffalo, African elephants, giraffes, just something like nice and large. Maybe even have the safari ride, because there is a ride in here that we could place down so the guests can go on. I think that would be cool. I don't know what you guys think. It would take a second or two to create that. But I did want to talk about this right now. So this live section, we're putting the final touches on the roof. We put 3 glass windows that can touch all 3 of those trees down there. And then we do a interior, which will have benches, garbage cans, and that sort of educational stuff. This Fredling wall, we did talk about it a little bit earlier, will be, well, I'll talk about it in a second, but this is a little bit of detail here I saw on the Lady Designer's channel. She's one of the main Planet Coaster content creators that I watch, and I'm so sorry, I keep forgetting her name. There's another content creator that I watch too. She does fantastic builds as well. I'm so sorry, I cannot remember your name. Let me see. Google. We gotta go to YouTube. YouTube.com. But they do these little details in the wall here, and it's so nice how they do that. It's called Take It Easy Gamer is her YouTube. They do these little details on the wall covering these glass panes and stuff like that with these stone structures, which is pretty realistic because they're holding up the glass as well as holding up the building itself. So it's a 2-in-1 combination here. We're going to do a couple educational signs at the top of these pillars that are holding up the building as well as the glass, so the guests can have a good view of all the animals. Also, there's a bunch of garbage on the floor, but we do get a keeper to come in there to take care of that right now. And I don't know why they're not coming back here, because there are keepers that should be able to come in here. We do some stone structures on the bottom here to make it seem like it's a concrete floor without actually putting the concrete in. You know, maybe it could be that padded stuff you'd see at like the zoos that the kids could play on or something like that. We do put an educational speaker, put a couple educational boards about the temperatures in the wild and sort of where they should be at for the timber wolf. And I do think this exhibit turned out quite well. This would be my second favorite exhibit. I'll talk about this in a live section. I still do think my favorite exhibit is the Siberian tiger, but for this, and I still think it turned out quite well. But once again, the Fredling Wall is dedicated to Zach Daily Games, one of my long-term collaborators, and we'll eventually do some more collaborations here in the future. But if you guys want to be on the Fredling Wall yourself, all you got to do is comment down below. The people that do have that do have like an edge on top of everyone else are Scary and Yellow Snow. Let me know which animal you want or which Fredling Wall you want your name to be on against the animals. I don't know if that made any sense, but tell me which animal you want, Yellow Snow or Scary. And when that animal gets put into the zoo, or when we get there, we could make you have a Fredling Wall. We're going to go to the live section in a second, and I'll see you there. Alright, Fredlings, the Timberwolf exhibit is done, and the only way to get to the Timberwolf exhibit is by going through the Siberian tiger doors, or by going all the way down there by the snow leopard doors, but we'll walk all the way down here by the Siberian tiger entrance. And oh my goodness, this is such a cool exhibit. We're coming down here, and this is the Timberwolf exhibit. You have the pine trees, you have fake flowers in the front, purple fake flowers here, but there's a feeding rod, there's ice, there's a blood tiger. Here comes the Timberwolf right now, the Timberwolves right now over here. We only have 2 of them in this exhibit. We could probably add in another one. It looks like they're coming on the hunt. They can technically not see us right now because this is a one-way glass wall, but they're coming over here. We have 1 male and 1 female, and I think what they're doing is they're coming to speed this up a little bit. They're coming literally over here. They're coming right up to the glass. They're hiding. They're doing their wolf thing, which is awesome to see. And we actually finally got the ledge to work up there in the corner. We actually figured it out. It has to be 3 of these sort of walls. It'd be done at more of a slight angle, but they're actually going up there and having fun. I've seen them bring their toys up there. Hopefully we can get some glamour shots of them in there too, going up. But this is like the combination of all the Siberian tiger. I love the Siberian tiger exhibit. I still think that it's a good exhibit. This is probably my second best snow exhibit or interior only exhibit. We have 3 glass windows here for real trees and real plant life, sticking with that pine sort of style because the Timberwolf, they need a lot of wood, but they actually didn't require anything within the game. Over here, there is a sort of a ice thing. They can't really climb up this, but they can jump up and down in theory. They have a little ice cave down here too that they can hide in, just sort of like we did with the Siberian tiger, but larger, and they actually have one in there consistently. They have this walking pathway up here, which is nice and large because the game wants it to be that way. We take a look at one of these wolves and take a look at their heat maps, but you click on the wolf, go to their habitat, change the traversable area. They actually wanted this large. It could be a little bit smaller, but if it's a little bit smaller, they're not going to really enjoy it as much as they could, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. But they actually are enjoying their exhibit. They got a chew toy. They got this here. I think they're actually going over here to eat. They're eating off the hang chain. I don't know what you would call this. What is this called? This is called a rotation feed line. Look at that! Look at that! Oh my god, the Fredlings. These guys are scaring me a little bit. Can I go back into my regular camera mode? Oh no, we're in a whole different building. So I guess they just jump up here and kind of get fed. This would be actually really cool for a glamour shot later on. So I'm gonna have to feed them again. But you can see the one over there too eating. I don't know which one's gonna be actually the thumbnail later, but they have a lot of cool things to do in this exhibit. It's awesome. I'm really proud of how this turned out. This is our first live stream. By the way, we're live streaming this on Twitch now, and we're taking that footage and making it into a YouTube video. So make sure you follow me at Claude from Chicago on Twitch. But this is awesome. I mean, we did this in 2 hours, which is actually one of my quickest builds. And I think it's one of my favorite builds within an interior. Like I said, my top 2. They have ice over here they can walk on. They got the trees, the pines, the bushes. They got the fake bushes here in the front because I wanted these to be realistic with the sun coming there, keep those alive. There's information boards up here and some more information signs down here. There is actually a little place that they can hide away in the back, as it per all Claude from Chicago builds. You know, they can kind of back here and sleep and relax. The water's back here because this is the realistic water. Plus, the guests can't see it. It's nice and hidden away. They have a play ball. They have the zebra, the classic zebra. They have this hanging food, which I keep forgetting its name. I just read it a second ago. The rotation feed line. So when they jump up here, they hit it. It kind of rotates around. It's kind of their enrichment item. A ball. They actually have a chew toy. I don't know where that's at. They like that one too. This one. They play with it a lot, but I don't know where it is on the map. So I'll just rotate this to here. This chew toy. They love the chew toy. Seen them bring it up here. Seen them bring it into their room. Seen them bring it all over the place. So maybe I should get a second one. I'm not too sure, but this turned out quite well. We did dedicate the Fredling wall to Zach Daily Games. Like I said, probably in the time-lapse video, that this is Zach Daily Games. I was going to make him the first exhibit in this zoo. Waited to the snowy time of the year to build the Timber Wolf, because his other channel is about wolves, in a sense. And I wanted to give him this exhibit. And in theory, these people that are on the Fredling wall, obviously they comment on a video or watch the Twitch live streams, and I dedicate them something as well. Liam has one over there too, which we'll be taking a look at in just 1 second. But those would be, in theory, dedicated real-life sponsors. So like in a zoo, these exhibits are very expensive. You would actually have a real sponsor, and those sponsors would pay for the exhibits. Like the last time-lapse video we did, or 2 time-lapse videos ago, we did the gorillas, or last time-lapse video, I can't remember. It's in the playlist down below, but this is Liam's wall down there too. So thank you guys so much. And Scary, I know you've been here for a while, man. Tell me which animal you want, and we'll try to hook you up with a wall too, and yellow snow. And then anybody else, fair game after that. But I love how this exhibit turned out, and thank you guys so much for watching the live stream and the time-lapse video. I'm going to talk to my stream in a second, but we're going to go to some glamour shots. And remember, a real Fredling makes their own luck. Evil, scary voice. Oh my god. They're so cute sleeping. I can't even leave. Alright, we'll go to some glamour shots.